Okay, we're live now, so boys, please be quiet. Hi, guys, I'm Rick Dancer. We're not talking about our girlfriends. We are here at Falling Sky with Hale Men's Clinic. Testosterone replacement is our topic, and we have a couple of guys, well, actually all three of the gentlemen you're about to meet are on it currently, right? One's a client, but also the doctor. So this is kind of a new thing for a lot of people, and we're going to dispel some of the myths that go on with this. One thing really quick I want to tell you is if you tag two people on this right now and like the Hale Men's Clinic page, I've got some distractions here. It's like three guys distracting me. If you'd like that page, then you'll be eligible to win a $50 gift card from the Pearl Day Spa. Sean Vieira over at Pearl Day Spa gives us that every time. He loves the topic that we're actually talking about men's health issues, because this is something that could really actually change your life, and you're going to find out more about that in just a second. But let me turn the camera around and I will show you who we're talking to. And you guys, if you have questions, like I've never done this before, but if you have questions about testosterone replacement therapy, ask them on here, and I will ask the doctor right here. T therapy is kind of bogus. Well, we'll talk about that, Steve, and find out what you think. We're already getting comments. I offered them, so now we're going to get them. So let's just. So these are our guys. So introduce yourself.
Oh, hey, I'm Sean Fitzpatrick.
And you're currently on TRT.
Yes, I've been on the treatment for probably 7 or 8 years, and I've been with Hale for about 6 months now.
And you are?
Chad Mills, and I've been with Hales since January of this year.
Okay, so this is perfect. Okay, so this is Chris Berryman. He's
That's
the
me.
doctor. Also on the therapy.
I've been with Hale since the inception.
Since the inception. So, okay, so let's go to this question. So Steve Miller has the question. He says, he says, lift heavy weights daily and get your nutrition in order. That's all you need to do.
Well, I felt like Steve Miller's voice was kind of failing last time I saw him, but in any case, when you testosterone is in a male is only made in the testicles, and it's made mostly at nighttime when you're sleeping, if you sleep at night. And it's restored, and you use it as a commodity throughout the day. It's sort of like a currency, if you will. So when you work out, or you stress, or you're working all day long, it actually goes down. You use it. So it's actually the opposite. When you work out and you have a hard muscular workout, you use testosterone. Your testosterone is depleted.
So that doesn't change it. That's like,
It doesn't change it. You cycle back in the morning. It's a diurnal cycle. So it's not like if you use it up, it's not going to be regenerated to whatever your level is. But you don't create testicular testosterone, endogenous testosterone, by working out. That's completely the opposite.
So tell me what was going on with you, if you can. And
Sure. Well, 6 years ago, I had a friend of mine that was on testosterone therapy, and he told me how much better he felt. So I went to my family practitioner and asked him to check my levels when I did my blood test. And then I asked him, and he's like, "Oh, you're fine." And so then I kind of just went on. I just kind of forgot about it. But I always kind of in the back of my mind thought something's going on. And so in January, this is 6 years after that, I went to Hale's and had my testosterone checked, and Hale, yeah, sorry about that, and had my levels checked, and I was low. I was like 189, and so, which anything below 200, your insurance covers, so that's definitely low.
Below 300.
Below 300. Oh,
so below 300 insurance covers this
In general, yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, so I'm like, okay, let's get on this thing, and I mean, there's so many benefits. I'm more even keeled. Obviously in the gym, I'm able to do way more than I was able. Like lifting weights or whether it's cardio or anything like that. It's way easier.
What was the first sign for you that something was not right?
I would say I was at the gym and I just got to a point where I could not lift. Like I just plateaued. I couldn't do nothing, and I just thought, this is just odd, and I wasn't sleeping very good, and so I thought, well, I'm just just try to look after my general health. So I went and had it checked, and that's what kind of brought it up.
Now, Jason, I see you're on here too. and I know you go to the Hale Men's Clinic in Bend. And I would love for you to write, kind of answer some questions that people are having on here too, from what your experience has been, because I know you, and I know you would answer Steve's question as well. So talk to me a little bit. What was going on for you?
So it started off, my wife and I kind of noticing issues in the bedroom. Went and saw my primary. We tried the little blue pill, and when we noticed that didn't work, we figured it was time to start doing testing.
How long ago was that?
That was probably, I want to say it's like 7 or 8 years ago. I can't remember the exact date, but I was probably 34, 35 when that happened. So that was the first indicator. Went to, I think, a urologist. We did the testing, put me on the testosterone, and that I did that up until I think it was November of last year, when a friend of mine had told me he was starting to see Dr. Ferry and was telling me about the benefits of doing it and going through the specialized clinics.
Because what were they giving you? You were at the doctor, they were giving you stuff, but patches, and none of it was working.
No, none of it. Well, it was working in a sense where, things in the bedroom were working, but I still, I didn't have the energy to do anything. The gentleman was saying, just start working out. Well, that's not the case. You can go to the gym, but if you don't have that energy and that testosterone to give you that energy, you're not going to go.
So it's not because I feel like when Steve, I don't mean to pick on you, but you opened the door. I feel like when people like Steve are saying, well, if you just got your diet in order and this kind of stuff, you're not taking into consideration this is a freaking hormone. And you can't change a hormone with by working out more.
No, this isn't just an absolute. It's a medical condition.
And this for you was more than being in the bedroom. This was also your attitude. You were depressed.
Yeah, I was. I went through depression. I was very irritable. My wife didn't want to be around me.
I noticed she's not here today.
There's a reason. No,
I'm kidding you.
She works.
Yeah, she works.
She has a job.
Right. So, yeah, it was. Even since I've gone and started with Hale, even my coworkers have noticed a big difference in my attitude.
So when he was on testosterone therapy and just using testosterone alone, he was using it at the wrong interval. His dosage was incorrect. So, and he was suppressing his own testosterone endogenous production, so that if your dosing intervals too far apart, you're going to hit a trough before you get the next dose, and you're not making your own, so you're really going to drop off. So you get on this cycle of up and down, up and down. It's very unproductive.
And I wasn't on the HCG or on the estrogen blockers.
Okay, so explain that.
And
That's what you do that's different that makes a difference.
So nobody's looking at his estrogen levels, so those are creeping up. So you have to block those down with an anastrozole. It's very easy to do, but you have to know what his level is and know what his dose is, and get it back into a normal range for a male. And also you have to support his own testicular health and make testosterone on his own, because that keeps your level very steady. So that cycles every day. You're making more of your own, and then you're getting exogenous testosterone and cypionate, which cycles weekly. So you just get it steady. Nobody was really looking at that for him, so he was troughing and peaking and not making any of his own. And high estrogen levels are actually really analogous to low testosterone levels when it comes to symptoms in males.
So what you guys do is you're really monitoring and keeping them so there's, because if you do it scientifically, you can make this process really painless.
Yeah. Not only that, but you can mitigate any of the potential side effects or downsides of testosterone if you're monitoring these things.
So what's happened for you, like your attitude? How can you tell the difference?
Well, I'm way more. I was never really a stress case, but I can feel like I'm way more even keeled. I don't get stressed out about hardly anything. Like generally, life in general is way better. My sex life, my general health. I mean, I just feel healthier. I sleep better, which was a big problem for me. I'd get up every night at 3 a.m. and I'd have to go in the guest bedroom, watch television for an hour or two, and then go back to sleep. And I was not sleeping well at all.
I think too, in terms of sex, what people don't understand is if you don't have testosterone, you don't have a desire.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel, as a man, that feels, I would guess, pretty weird.
Yeah. Yeah, so my sex drive definitely was low. It's not now, obviously. So, obviously my home life's a lot better, and my wife's happier.
Come here. Would you talk to me? We're not going to get personal like that. Would you talk to me about the difference you've seen with them at home? No?
I can't be on camera.
Okay. His wife is here, but you have seen a difference.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's great. Like,
He's
it's nice to be able to wake up in the morning and your husband's still next to you.
So you can.
Instead of in the other bedroom. And
Right, because if you don't sleep, you're not. Yeah.
exactly. And I feel like I have a boyfriend now instead of a husband.
Oh, that's a priceless line. So she says she feels like she has a boyfriend, and then she winked. Not a.
But you can't be on camera.
But she can't be on camera.
Because she has a husband.
No. So the things that people think about testosterone replacement that are fallacies, why people do this.
There's lots of things that I hear all the time that there's it's a cardiac risk or cardiac toxicity. It's the exact opposite. It's actually healthy for your cardiac system and your cardiovascular system to have a decent level of testosterone. I hear it causes anger or aggression. Listen to these guys, it's the opposite. I hear all the time it causes prostate cancer. That was a misnomer that's been actually pretty much put to bed by a lot of big research and a big, well put together studies. And I also hear that it's just unnatural in some way. But to me, that doesn't ring true because testosterone's a natural hormone. We're just replacing it and bringing it back up to a level where it hits the receptors and works.
So it's something that we, as men, as we get older, naturally that does happen.
Yeah.
You lose your testosterone level usually goes down, but now we have a way that you can fix that. So should people live with depression and frustration and all that stuff for the rest of their lives simply because to add testosterone is not natural?
Well, everybody's different, and certainly for a large majority or a large section of our guys in this country, testosterone can help. It's not going to help everybody, but if you're having some of these symptoms and some of this kind of rings a bell, it might be the case. And so, in a lot of times, it's empiric. You have to see how it works and how it changes you, or what it can do for you, or what it can't do for you. And a lot of times, I'll just tell you that it works.
So there's a young guy in here named Alex. I know him. He says, I sleep 5 to 6 hours a night. Do I need testosterone? Is that my problem?
I have no idea unless I sit down with you and ask you some other questions. Yeah.
And you guys do free blood testing to get your testosterone level for that, right? Testosterone level test.
Yeah, certainly we do. As far as insomnia goes, low levels of testosterone, they tend to correlate to waking up later in your sleep cycle, so you never get into that REM cycle. So you wake up multiple times and you stay out of the deep sleep cycles. Getting your testosterone up doesn't help you to get to sleep. Get to sleep is more of a skill. It's kind of turning your brain off. But staying to sleep, it definitely does. But it's usually after several months or even a half a year of therapy. That's one of the late really benefits of it.
So how long does it take people to see results from something like this? Because I know you've been doing this for. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say it was almost immediately when switching over to Hale from what I was doing. I noticed just a huge improvement in my attitude. I felt better about myself. My wife noticed a big difference. She said I was actually pleasant to be around.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I was not a happy person. I was a jerk. And, honey, I'm sorry.
So is that tough when you're sitting there going, okay, it's not like for a while you probably try to just be better and do a better, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I tried. And it's just hard. It's almost, it's like clinical depression almost. It's the same thing. You can't just snap your fingers and, hey, I'm better. So, doing this is like and then I was also, you put me on vitamin D also. And so with all of that, within the first 3 weeks, I was feeling better.
Okay, so Josh was on here and said, I saw results after 2 weeks
Yeah.
of doing it, that it was helping me.
And that's just a point in general that almost all guys that you see in the Northwest are vitamin D deficient. And that's something that can get fixed no matter where you are, who you're seeing, who your primary care knows. You have to take vitamin D on a regular basis in order to get that up.
Is it injected? Is that better?
No, that's just, you get it at the grocery store. It's you can get a shovel of it for $3. Yeah, it's just you have to take it every day to get the levels up.
So what other things have you noticed in terms of your life and what's changed for you?
Well, I mean, just my overall health, my outlook on life is better. I mean, I'm so much happier, and I try to tell. I mean, the reason obviously Hale invited me to come here is because I've told so many of my friends about this, because I'm like, people don't talk about this, and it's something I think that is important for people to know. And so I've been telling all my friends about it. So I've been groves of people down there to get the
Chad's. We have at least 10 of Chad's friends in our clinic now, because he puts them in a truck and brings them down.
Oh, you're that guy. You're the one with the signs that say "Get your testosterone here."
I feel like well, I mean, it's helped me out so much that I feel like if it's a problem for somebody else, that I wish somebody would have done that for me.
So why? Because we're afraid to talk about it because we think it makes us less of a man because we don't have testosterone.
And honestly, I think it's a benefit for me, because guess what? I can tell you exactly what my testosterone level is, and it's going to run like that for the rest of my life. Where somebody that's not on it, there's just whatever your body's producing. So, I mean, you can look at it as a bad thing, but I actually look at it as, I can tell you I'm going to be at this level for, forever.
So how? I mean, that might be controversial, but how's it any different than? I mean, women do hormone replacement. Other people do hormone. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we do to try to help out with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Why would you not do it if it's available?
Exactly. I mean, when women go into menopause, they help them with that. What's the difference, right?
Because women are more important than men.
So,
whoa, yeah, not a bunch of not likes.
not likes.
Joshua says my score was 160 now, and after just a couple of weeks, I'm up to 235, and it's rising. So that's how it works.
Good.
All right. So you guys, again, I'm going to go back here. Anything else you guys need to talk about?
I would just say that we're here at
Hold on.
Rob Cohen's Falling Sky.
Hold on. We'll let you do that.
Okay. I would just say that we're here at Rob Cohen's place, Falling Sky Brewery. Awesome place.
So you guys, if you're just having some of the symptoms people have talked about, they'll go in. You get a blood test. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free, and they can tell you what your levels are, and then you can go from there. And I did it. I had my test taken, and Chris and I have talked a little bit about stuff. And the more I hear about these prostate cancer studies, the more I'm getting like, because my free testosterone is a little bit low, and I'd like to get that up to just think what I could do then. It'd be crazy.
Scary.
What I would be in. Then you want to see what I can do on this thing? Oh yeah, I'll show you. The other thing we want to remind you: stop. It's the Pearl Day Spa. This is what happens when you get 4 men together, 3 that are on testosterone replacement, and then we add beer to the mix, and then we have 2 crazy women over here who won't go on camera. This is what happens. This is what you get. Again, we want to thank Sean over at the Pearl Day Spa. You guys tag 2 people. I see you guys are doing that. Tag 2 people like the Hale Men's Clinic thing. I made it easy for you. Just go up there. You can punch on it and then go like their page, and then you'll be eligible to win that $50 gift card. Again, we want to thank Falling Sky. You guys, they have great beer, local place. They allowed us to come in and shoot this here and talk to you. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we'll be at the car wash. We're going to go at Cobra Road Car Wash, and we are going to be with a former sheriff's deputy who the county commissioners gave him the Alma work camp so that he can create a homeless shelter for veterans in our community. They will live out there, they will work out there, they will raise food and animals and everything. And if you've never been out there, well, we're going to go out there at the end of the month with another client, Buck's Porta Potties, because the Buck stops here, and Scott is willing to do just about anything with us. So we're going to go out there and show that to you. But that's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And Friday, I don't remember, but something's coming up. But when you get close to 60, this is what happens.
And you find a bag.
And you find and I found a bag of marijuana today.
You don't look a day over 60.
Okay, he's out of the whole. I'm cutting him out. All right, guys, have a good day. Thanks again. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, you guys, for coming in. Appreciate your time. Thanks, ladies, for watching. Thanks for just screaming from the backside. All right, have a good day. Share this on your page because you never know when somebody's like one of your friends. As I said, a lot of guys don't talk about this, but what if you could help them in a way that you didn't know just by posting this on and they see something about that and that helps them out. Okay? All right, thanks. James, thank you too. You're always real supportive of this. I know you got me hooked into these guys and all that, and I do appreciate that. All right, see you guys later.